bands and fans coexist. You can't have one without the other.
What is it about bands and music that makes us obsessed?
I think there's an element of aspiration. I guess it's like, you know, when you grow up, you know, maybe you want to be a film star or a TV presenter, or you want to be in a band. You know, these are things that are, I mean, and even more today. I mean, it's crazy today, this obsession with being successful and being an artist and all that. And I guess if you can't be the famous person, the artist, the musician, the next best thing you can be is the fan. And so I think there's an element of that aspiration, that kind of dream lived out. But I think the other thing is it's just it's a bond that you feel. And I get it the same with books as well, but it certainly is much easier. It's much more of a physical thing with music, because it's so much more of a physical thing than a book. And it's that connection of feeling like they're talking to me, like you're the only person that exists, like they wrote the song for you, and that's how it feels. You know, even if it's not a song that you obsess over, even if it's just an album that you really like, or a song that you really like, I think we've all, time and again, we hear a song and it says something to us about life. I mean, it's that Morrissey,
yeah.
As good or bad as he is, he wrote some very, very good lyrics. And there's one Smith song, and he says, and it says nothing to me about my life. And I think that's what connects us with particular bands.
May I counter with another Morrissey or Smith's reference?
Yeah.
Don't forget the songs that made you cry and the songs that saved your life.
Exactly, yeah. So I think music puts you, it's like a sense of smell. You know, it takes you back to a place.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Kirsty feels there. When she hears a song, it takes her back to that time when that song was in her life. I mean, you hear a lot of really great, really bad songs that have become, not bad songs, but okay songs, ordinary songs, that have become classics, not because they're great songs, but because of what we associate them with. You know, whether it's because they were in a film, whether it's because it was the anthem of a summer.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas songs. You know, you hear that jingle bells, and all of a sudden you're transported. And I guess it's because we have that connection to music that we have connections to bands. And I think being a fan, being in a band is like being in a family. Being a fan of a band is like supporting a football team. It's not necessarily a good reason why you do it, especially if you're an Evertonian. But for one reason or another, we become a fan, and that's it. We're stuck being a fan of that team.
I would say that there is also a religious element to this, because in her search for this band, there is also like the gem of a song that she discovers. There's also kind of a bit of a search for something pure, the purity of these songs that have been hidden away for a couple of decades, and no one really knows about the main mother, and she's the one who's seen the light. Right? So.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's a point in the book where she has this sort of realization that she's one of only maybe 5 or 6 people in the whole world that knows these songs exist. You know, so that, I think in a way that sort of accelerates her connection and her obsession with the band, because she feels so strongly connected to them, because she feels like she's discovered them in a way, and that the whole process that she goes through of finding more music, that's what the book is about. In a way, it's a journey, a life journey for her, because by trying to find the band, she finds out about herself. She learns about herself through this opening up to this new experience and meeting these people and finding that there is a world out there, the world that she wants to be part of, not this kind of insular, isolated world in Oslo.
So I'm going to hit you with another 90s reference now. The band Mayhem, Norwegian black metal band. They were convinced that there were about 20 people in the world who were worthy of listening to their tapes. The reciprocity.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.